Welcome back. It is July 1st, 2018. We are halfway through the year, and today I want to focus on a goal setting workshop. I'm not sure where you are with your goals so far this year, but let's have some fun and let's make this a guide to you getting any goal. I know you're going to love the show.
Cowboy.
Welcome to a daily dose of greatness quest with your host, Trevor Crane, my daddy. He is going to help you take your life and business to the next level.
Here I come to save the day.
Trevor Crane here, 11-time #1 best-selling author and the founder of Epic Author Publishing, coming to you live every day so you can plug in every day to build your ideal business so you can live your ideal life.
If my daddy can do it, then anybody can do it because he's a weirdo.
You're supposed to make me sound cool.
All right. I have just spent the last 20 minutes talking about goals and pre-recording this podcast and messing it all up. It was way too long, way too boring, and I want to make this short and sweet for you and really fun. So where are you so far? You were in July. You're halfway through 2018. If you look in the mirror, do you have the body that you want? If you look in your bank account, do you have the money that you want? Have you made the difference in this world that you want? Have you gone on the vacations? Just measure up where are you, and it's okay if you haven't hit them, your goals yet. Let's go ahead and really focus the next 6 months and make it happen. And let's jump right into it. Okay, number one, because we're going to jump into this goal setting workshop and make it just dial it in, and you can jump off this. You can pause today's audio if you need to, because I'm going to ask you some questions, and I'm going to share with you a few of my goals. I'm not going to go into it for 20 minutes like I did on the last recording. It was just kind of ridiculous. So here we go. Step number one, what's your goal? And maybe you want to look at your goals from the beginning of the year and kind of do an assessment, like how well did you do? That's what I already asked you. But let me ask you some core questions to challenge those goals and see if you want to make them a little deeper. Ask yourself what you really want to accomplish. And what would you do if you knew it was impossible to fail? What goal would you set for yourself? What would you do if you knew that this was your last chance? And this is an important question. I just recently read about a girl who passed away at age 27 from cancer, and I'm going to do a podcast about it here soon, but it was horrific. I mean, just to imagine that, this life, we think we're going to live forever. We think that we've got all the time in the world, and we don't. My mentor, my first book mentor, didn't write his first book himself until he was going through chemo treatments. And he found himself sitting on his cancer bed with his hair falling out, vomiting into a bucket every day, not sure what his life was all about and the legacy that he was going to leave behind. And, if you knew it was impossible to fail and you knew this was your last chance, what would your goals really be? How do you need to adjust your 12-month goals to try to hit them in the next 6 months? And maybe you want to consider your strengths and your weaknesses. Like, what are the situations and the things that you do that you thrive and love? And what are those things that you don't want to focus on where you just fall apart? And I think you should focus more on your strengths and less on your weaknesses. If somebody else do that shit or just not get that shit done, and do what you do best and delete or delegate the rest. So get clear about your goals. Like, what do you want? In my life, I have 4 areas: body, being, balance, and business. In business, I have a financial goal. I also have a goal of how many authors I'm going to help. That's 100 authors before the end of the year, and I got a lot of work to do. So if you are an author and you want me to get your book done, then talk to me, because I have a new program that's going to be awesome that I'm just about to launch. Maybe it's launched by the time you're listening to this podcast, that gives you an opportunity where I'm going to do most of the heavy lifting for you, because I want to help you tell your story. Your message matters, and I can help you write your book and make it a bestseller in 90 days or less. And there's a financial component to that as well, but it's one where you will benefit massively. And then I've got my 12-month goals broken down into 12-week goals. So I know the next 3 months what I'm trying to accomplish in all of these 4 areas: body, being, balance, and business. So what is your goal in business? Pause this audio real quick and write it down if you don't already know, or if you need to revise it based on these new questions. And then what are your goals about your balance? In that case, I'm talking about your relationship with your spouse or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your family, your kids. What is it? What are your goals? Do you want to take a trip with them? Do you want to have a certain number of date nights with your significant other? I know that's what I want. Are you planning a menage a trois? I don't, man. What are your goals? What are they for you? You know, what are your goals when it comes to your being, your sense with your connection with your creator and the purpose that you have in life? What is that? For me, I want to make sure that I finish all of the family yearbooks that my wife and I have begun and not finished. Every year we like to keep a little yearbook full of pictures, and we didn't finish 2017, 16, 15, whatever ones we're missing from 2011 till now. I'm going to fill in the gaps, and this will make me feel connected and grateful. So that's one of my goals before the end of the year. What are yours? And what are your goals about your body? I know that I'll be 47 before the end of the year, and I want to look like one of those models on the cover of freaking magazines. And I'm not talking about Playboy. I'm talking about like Men's Fitness. I want to be chiseled. Like this is it. Like, you know what? I don't have. This is my last chance. Like, how much longer do I have to look sexy? And this is going to be this, I'm hopefully a hell of a lot longer, but I have a plan that in 12 weeks, you're going to be able to see my abs. And I'm going to take a picture with my son to prove it instead of the love handles I've got right now. And I already recorded an episode about that. But what's your goal? Now, let's jump into step number 2. So once you have some clarity around where you want to go, and this is a guide to help you get any goal, what are the facts about where you are right now? And I've shared this with you on several other podcasts you've been following along with me to help you carefully examine where you are in terms of your goal. You know, are you doing well, or do you need to make some massive progress? And let's be honest about what that is. What are the facts? And I shared this with you on one of my podcasts that I notice I have back fat. Not awesome. That's a fact. And I'm not making it worse than it is. I'm just talking about the way that it is. Where are you financially? Where are you? And then this is real important because this one's fuel is how does that make you feel? Be honest about the feelings you have about where you are right now. This is powerful. Now, number 3, I want you to get some help. You know, you do not have to get there on your own. I have many mentors around me, and you need to find a mentor. And what they can do is help craft a plan to help you get where you want to go. And I like a massive action plan, or what I like to call a map. You know, a map is a massive action plan, and a mentor can help tailor it to your activities. And it can be broken down to a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly benchmarks. Because the goal that you set in step number 1 may take you weeks or months or even years to achieve. And it's important to set little short-term goals to help you along the way. And you shouldn't figure out this plan all by yourself. You know, you got yourself to where you are. And yeah, you're going to get yourself to the next level, but why not borrow someone else's blueprint, map, or plan? When I help people with a book, I don't just tell them, hey man, go off and write and say, I'll see you in 60 days. No. I work out day 1 on working with my clients. As soon as they commit to working with me, I help them work out a blueprint for exactly what their business plan, marketing plan, money-making plan, and publishing plan are all going to be. I sit down and that's phase 1. Like if you're going to build a dream house, you need the blueprint first before you start like going to Home Depot and buying wood. And you don't go into your backyard and just start nailing shit together. That is not a dream house. It might be a birdhouse, but it ain't going to be a dream house. So the third step here is to get a mentor, get their help, and have them give you a plan. Now, step number 4 is to be accountable. The nice thing about having a mentor is that you get the chance to commit to them, and you're accountable to them. Now, maybe your mentor is not going to be your mommy, right? And they're not going to hold your hand and wake you up in the morning and make you do all of this, but you got to commit. And when you commit to other people, I like a big, bold claim to the world. And I like another human that knows that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and they're going to ride my ass if I don't do it. I'm part of a brotherhood right now, and that's their job. And I have specific men in that environment that are here to hold me accountable to whatever it is that I say I'm going to do. And then step number 5 is that I challenge you to celebrate along the way. It's a long journey, and there's going to be a million of small wins between here and where you ultimately want to go. And I highly advise that you reward yourself along the way and make sure you have a ton of fun in the process. You know, life is too bloody short. And to just, to always be living a life where it sucks and you're bitching and moaning and you're not happy with what you got is just not enough. I think that people are always looking for the next level. And if they're not, you're in a dangerous place. Comfort is a very dangerous place. I think that whether you are already living on top of the world and you're a badass, you need to be looking up going, what's the next level? Because there's another level of badass way beyond what you think is possible. And then if you are just comfortable, and you're bored, that's a dangerous place because that is right on the cusp of like putting a gun in your mouth. And I know that might seem like it's bullshit, but I met a guy recently who said he was so bored he wanted to put a gun in his mouth and pull the trigger and swallow the bullet. Amazing. But it's a very dangerous place to be. It's near broken. But then the bottom is definitely broken or broke or both. And I've been there. I've been in all these places, and there's always, I have a belief if you can look up, you can get up. And that'll be the daily quote of the day. I don't know where the hell that came from, so we'll call it quote unknown. But if you can look up, you can get up. So eyes up, chest up, and step the fuck up. And make the rest of your life the best of your life. Make the rest of 2018 everything it needs to be so you can get your goals. That's all I got for you today. It's a quick goal setting workshop about a guide to helping you get any goal. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Another Daily Dose Greatness Quest. And make sure you please give us some love and go to iTunes. Give me an amazing review. Share this with a brother or a sister who needs this podcast, because we're going to be here every day helping you take your life and business to the next level. Can't wait to see you tomorrow.
To get even more awesomeness, which means all my best stuff, download my app by texting Trevor to 36260. It will show up right on your cell phone. Just text message the word Trevor to 36260. Talk to you soon.